Hi there, Tad Hargrave from Marketing for Hippies. Hope you're doing well. Today we are talking about how to use positive language in marketing without being manipulative. I made a video about a Star Wars marketing analogy, and I'll put the link below, where I made the case that you can be just as manipulative with positive words and positive feelings in marketing, like playing on people's hopes and what they deserve, and don't you deserve to go to Hawaii? I mean, that can be just as manipulative by preying on people's cravings and yearnings as the fears and all that. So, but somebody asked me, so well, what do we say instead of hope or deserve, or how do we not manipulate people in the positive way? Okay, so it all comes back to this thing I keep saying, which is this: the thing that gets us into trouble in marketing is that we have the agenda to get the sale. Yeah, that's the bottom line. Everything we're doing is to get the sale. What I'm lifting up, and all credit to Ari Galper from unlockthegame.com, who pointed this out to me first, is that we are, instead of going for the sale, let's go for the truth of whether or not it's a fit. Let's go for that. I would just suggest that as long as that's what you're doing, as long as your agenda is to go for the truth rather than going for the sale, that you will not be using manipulative language. It'll kind of handle itself. Where it gets manipulative is subtly, or not so subtly, overtly or covertly, when you're trying to maneuver people in a direction. If my intention is to get you to buy this holiday package to go to Hawaii, if that's my intention, you see what I'm saying? Everything is going to be harnessed around that and seconded to that agenda. I'm going to be saying, trying to play on all your desires, and aren't you overworked and all this to get you to go? But if my agenda is to really get to the truth of if it's a fit, I could certainly speak about how beautiful Hawaii is, and here are places you might go, but there is a bit more of a matter of factness about it. I think it's we're just sharing. Yeah, we're not trying to persuade. This is the whole thing. If your agenda is to convince or to persuade people to do something, it's going to be manipulative, versus if you just share it and give people some credit, trust them to make a good decision for themselves, it's probably not going to be manipulative. Yeah, and the sneaky agendas can come in without us even knowing that they're there. But that's one of the ways that it's been a manipulative agenda, is that they feel bad about it. They're resisting. People are pushing back. It's probably because we pushed them first. Or they just imagine we're pushing them because of a history of salespeople pushing people. So I wouldn't worry about the wording too much, but I would worry about the intention. When we're talking about what I call Island A, the troubles they have, the symptoms they have, yeah, it's very important to name them honestly, to be very clear about them, to use the right words. If somebody went through a divorce, you don't say, "Are you annoyed?" If you were cheated on, it's not, "Are you peeved? Are you tinkled that these people?" It's not right. But you also wouldn't, if somebody just stubbed their toe, you wouldn't say, "Are you devastated? Are you, is your life over? You feel like it?" That's too much. So we're trying to find the accurate words that would describe how they actually feel about Island A. And with Island B, it's the same thing. We're just trying to be very clear about what is it they're actually craving and acknowledging that to them. And if we can help them achieve that, sharing our point of view, here's how I could help you get there. But without the agenda to get them to say yes. We're just, here it is. Here's what I got. What do you think? Yeah. So if there is any making a case for something, the thing we're making a case for is not get off Island A, not get to Island B. What we're making the case for is the point of view in between them. We're making the case for, here's how I think is the best way to get from Island A to Island, whether or not you work with me. Yeah, that's not a bad phrase to put into your sales copy. Look, whether or not you come to this workshop, whether or not you go on this vacation with us, whether or not you buy this product or service, here's what we think is needed in this case, or if you're making the product itself, here's what I think should go into the making of this kind of a product. And that's it. So there's a book I wrote called The Art of Relevance that speaks a lot about this Island A and Island B, and I'll put a link to that below as well. By the way, feel free to subscribe to this video. Click the red button below if you're watching this on YouTube. There's a little bell icon that comes up. Click that, you'll be notified when I have another video. If this video brought up any questions for you, feel free to put them below as a comment. Maybe it'll turn into the next video that I share. So thank you so much. Take care.